let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey, Dave, love the show. I honestly would not like to see the Browns take a quarterback in the draft because I would actually just like them to get an offensive line and see what your quarterbacks can do when they have an offensive line. I mean, if you look at Shador, he never really had an offensive line in 2 years at Colorado. So I would just like to see what the kid could do with an actual offensive line and a run game, and then maybe make a decision based off that. But I would just like to see them build around the quarterback before they just keep trying to insert quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, but yet you're still missing the rest of the puzzle, you know? Just want to hear your thoughts. Go Browns. Oh, oh, oh.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Scott, I get the thought. I don't know what quarterback would have success with what is in place right now. The other thing I would say, if you move on from Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, there's going to be a lot of changes. There might even be some on the defensive side of the ball relative to personnel, but we have no idea what said head coach, if he's an offensive head coach, thinks of Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, or the GM, right? Like you're 100%. We just don't know what this will look like. And I think everything's in play if you make those kind of changes. You know, it could be system, it could be offensive system, defensive system, quarterback, personnel. Does the new GM feel like it's the right move to trade Myles Garrett, which we know that Andrew Berry wanted no part of and wouldn't do? I think all those things would at least be asked of the new GM/new coach if that were to happen. You know, when it comes to evaluating Shedeur, it's like we talked about earlier. It's not going to look. It's probably not going to look great because of the limited pieces around him, the supporting cast that he's working with. It doesn't mean you can't get some kind of read. And you know, to me, we've seen that he can throw the deep ball time and again. So he checked that box for me. I think he's more athletic than I originally thought. Now, he's not Lamar Jackson or Caleb Williams, but he can escape. He can make some plays with his feet, which you need to do in, you know, this age of the NFL. It's can he learn from throwing the interceptions? Can he speed up the process a little bit? And he talked about that after the game last night. Does he get the ball out of his hands? It feels like all things that he can work on. You know, can improve that completion percentage. But part of that is throwing balls away. But he also threw some bad passes yesterday. So I think he can fix that. I think he's got the traits you're looking for. Then it becomes a comparison to the next guy you could get because they are not tied into Shedeur Sanders. And it would not be hard, like organizationally, to move off of him to draft a guy in the top 5 just because all you gave up was a 5th-round pick to draft him in whatever lower round picks to move up in the draft.